guys, when you look at this image, everybody looks energetic. Everybody looks very, very dash. I'm just asking you. Dash, dash, and dash.
Smiling.
Everybody is smiling. Everybody looks energetic. Everybody looks happy. Everybody looks very, very happy. Because only an happy mind can do miracles. Any sorrowful mind will only can do destructions. So, as an entrepreneur, one of the best skill set that you can give from today's class perspective is, can I keep my happiness constant? I am an entrepreneur. We have failed miserably, but can I keep happiness constant? That is what I mean by being assertive. Assertiveness does not mean that I will sit under an apple tree and expect mangoes to fall. No. Assertiveness means I know soft landing in Chandrayaan 2 failed. Let me work on my soft landing. Why did it fail? I am analyzing. But if I can do all this with an happiness, I can always see the result more fruitful. But if I keep that happiness as sorrowful, that will automatically lead to more stress and more fear. When a person is happy, you will find ease more aligned properly than if a person is feeling miserable. So, the end result of, let me take up a simple example. What is the ultimate goal of all of your life? I'm asking you a question. What is your ultimate goal of life?
To achieve self-satisfaction.
Okay, self-satisfaction. Then, how do you know that a person has achieved self-satisfaction? Looking at these faces, I can make out, yes, all these are self-satisfied. They seem to be very, very happy. See, in our entire progress of life, and one of the main entrepreneurship skills what I will have to learn is, can I live in this moment? Right now, my past is not equal to today. My today is not equal to my future, or my yesterday is definitely not equal to tomorrow. Basic understanding. At what point of time, whom are you compared to? That is what the definition goes. Today you are compared to something else, but that comparison is going to work only for today because you are facing him. But tomorrow you will be facing a different problem, and there a different entity will come. So your yesterday is not equal to today, today is not equal to tomorrow, and your yesterday will not be equal to tomorrow. Basic understanding. Let us understand in a very humorous way. I am an entrepreneur, but this is common sense. There were two friends. One of them was so spiritual right from the childhood, he became a priest. And one of them was an entrepreneur, but he was an entrepreneur in his own negative way. He was an excellent entrepreneur, he had a very great business, but he failed miserably in marriage. So he became a drunkard. But he is still smart. But do we call that as an happy life? So this man happened to come early in the morning at 4 o'clock after he was completely drunk, the whole night spending his time roaming around on the roads. He meets his friend who just is coming out of the temple, locking the temple by offering that early morning Brahma Muhurta or Brahmi Muhurta prayers. He's just coming out. So this Panditji, he stops his friend. Hey, what is this here? You are the so smart one. Today you are behaving like you are the most dummiest person. You are drunk the whole night. Then immediately this entrepreneur gets angry. What do you call? You call me dummiest, that means you're smarter? Yes, I'm smart. I'm living a life smartly. No, I'll ask you a question and then let me understand how smart you are. Shall I ask you? He says, ask. Our confidence is dependent on what was my previous experience, latest and previous experience. If yesterday I did 100 and today I'm playing a new match, definitely my confidence is high. But if yesterday I did 0 and today I am actually going and playing a new match, my confidence is low. But let me tell, my yesterday is not equal to today. My today will not be equal to tomorrow. And this man says, okay, you ask me any question, I'll answer. And Panditji is getting ready and this man completely drunk. It is in Hindi, so that most of you will understand. And he says, "E pure dharti mein kaun bada?" He asks a simple question. He immediately answers, because of his past experience. Yes, just come out of the temple. Okay, your past experience will be your confidence. So, if you want a better confidence, better experience today. Being in the temple, that experience is different. An entrepreneur need to have experience of the present day. So getting into more such experience, more such learning and more such skill set upgradation has to be your day-to-day activity. Otherwise you will look like this Pandit ji. And Pandit ji says, "A pure dunya, the dharti mein, temple bada." Oh, temple bada. Temple कैसे बड़ा है यार? अगर temple बड़ा है तो धरती के ऊपर कैसे खड़ा? And question is right. If temple is big, how can he stand on dharti? Then automatically dharti is big. This person says, "अरे यार माफ कर दो, I forgot." धरती बड़ी. Sure, धरती बड़ा. अगर धरती बड़ी है तो वो शेषनाग के ऊपर कैसे खड़ा? All of you know the story goes like this. Vishnu is sitting on a शेषनाग. On the शेषनाग, our earth is actually being carried around the sun. That is how the story goes. And his question was right. अगर धरती बड़ा है तो वो शेषनाग के ऊपर कैसे खड़ा? पंडित जी बोल रहा है, अयो अरे यार मुझे माफ कर दो, धरती बड़ी. धरती बड़ा है तो वो शेषनाग के ऊपर कैसे खड़ा? Then immediately he says, sorry, शेषनाग बड़ा. Sure, शेषनाग बड़ा. अगर शेषनाग बड़ा है तो वो शिव जी के गले में कैसे पड़ा? Automatically that means who is great, शिव जी or शेषनाग? Automatically शिव जी बड़ा. Then he says, नहीं माफ कर दो, शिव जी बड़ा. हो गया? शिव जी बड़ा है तो वो कैलाश के ऊपर कैसे खड़ा? And all of us know Kailash is bada. So your yesterday is not equal to today. What are you comparing with yesterday? You cannot compare with a chai wala and say a chai wala prime minister ban gaya. And that is what somebody did. You cannot compare a tribal woman has become a president. That is what somebody did. You and me are comparing and saying, my father has never become a successful scientist. How do you expect I will become a successful scientist? Your comparison is like that. What will be the comparison when Abdul Kalam will have to think, if my father is a fisherman, how can I ever think of anything else other than fisherman? Now you are already in one position. Most of you in that position, you have sat comfortably putting a glue on your chair and you are not ready to leave that comfort zone. But let me tell you, if you are going to continue like that, you are living a mediocre life. And the Pandit ji says, "Arey yaar, Kailash bada." अगर कैलाश बड़ा है तो वो हनुमान के उंगली पे कैसे टिका? And you know, Hanuman had to get Sanjeevani. He did not know which was the Sanjeevani medicine. So he lifts Kailash Parvat only along with Shiva and Parvati and he brings it there. And there the doctor had to pick up the herbs which could actually cure Lakshman. And he says, "Arey yaar, Kailash bada." कैलाश बड़ा है तो हनुमान के उंगली पे कैसे टिका? Then he says, मुझे माफ कर दो, आप ही बोल दो कौन बड़ा? But his nature is completely drunk the whole night. And he says, "Oh, जो पूरी रात 10 बॉटल पी के 2 टांग पे खड़ा, वो सबसे बड़ा." Life goes like that. You will never know which chai wala will become a prime minister. You will never know which tribal woman can become a president, and you will never know. A Thomas Alva Edison who was actually sent out of the school. See what confidence building exercise can do. This is one of the greatest learning, and tomorrow I had to use this story, but let me tell so that it will keep lingering. Confidence building is so important that it can actually create miracles in you. Thomas Alva Edison, at the age of 5, he was taken to the school and the principal asked him to speak few lines, say something. His speech had not yet come. He says, "No, we cannot take him. You bring him after 2 years, once he is able to talk." After 2 years, when he is taken to the same school, he had to give an admission for the entry level only, though his age was 7. But still, his speech was not perfect. They say, "We cannot take. You please come next year, we'll do something." And next year, Thomas Alva Edison was taken by his mother. Because the principal had consistently told no, he also did not feel good. As a humanitarian basis, he told, "We will take him. We'll observe him for 15 days. But afterwards, if at all he is up to the mark, then we will ask him to continue, or else we cannot." Mother somehow pleaded, "It's okay, please give it a try." I know my son can do miracles. Mother always told my son can do miracles. Right in front of our son, she used to say, my son is a miracle boy, he can do miracles. And he said, okay, and they take him to the school, and though he was looking at everyone else, everybody were much younger and he was more elder, but still his intelligence was slow. He could not pronounce words properly, he could not remember things, because he was completely a very slow learner. After 15 days, all the teachers complained that we cannot do anything. I think he's not improving at all. And then the principal decides to say no to him. The principal calls Thomas, and Thomas comes inside the principal's chamber. And the principal says, Thomas, you need not come from tomorrow. Here is a letter. How do you go home? Okay, can you call your mom? No, mom doesn't come. I go home because it is very close by. I just walk. Okay, you go home and give this letter to your mom, and you need not come from tomorrow. Sir, why I should not come from tomorrow? The reason is written in the letter. You ask your mom, she will read it for you. Why confidence building is very important, we say. And then he goes home crying, and his mother is there, and he says, Mom, the principal told not to come from tomorrow. I asked him why. He told the reason is written in the letter. Mom, read me the letter. I want to know why the principal is not allowing me. Mother opens the letter and there is tears in her eyes. With the tears in her eyes, she is in a confused state, and now she has to execute the most confidence building decision of her life. And then she reads the letter, and the letter is read something like this. To the parents of Thomas Alva Edison, your son is a genius student, and for such very genius student, our school is not equipped to teach him with normal students. Hence it is requested, the mother of the genius student, please personally teach him and let his life be brighter. Yours lovingly, the principal. That is how the mother reads the letter. And she wraps it and she puts it into her trunk where she had kept all important belongings. And then, rest miracle. She starts teaching him in her hut. One place is reserved for him. Because he was a slow learner, he was made to do things in a kinesthetic way. Experiment it, do it, and then learn it. Experiment it, do it, and then learn it. That way, at the age of 15, 16, 17, he had done so many experiments, and inventions are already on his cap, and they were quite comfortable now. And then a time comes when they shift to a new place. At that time, they shift everything, and this trunk box is kept somewhere up. And their life goes on, and Thomas has already got around 500 inventions under his cap. They are well settled, and because of old age, our mother passes away. Somehow he was not comfortable living in the same place because his mother's memory was always haunting him. So he decided, let me go to a new place. And then everything is getting packed and he wanted to shift to a new place. And he finds this trunk somewhere up. He wanted to know what is there inside the trunk because he knew all his belongings, sacred belongings, was kept there, because his mother always used to take his toys, keep it there, old toys, old dresses. And then when he opens the rack, he finds his first uniform which he had owned when he went to the school, and he finds all the toys there, and his first pencil, first book was beautiful. And as he was just looking at it, he finds a letter. And he wanted to read that letter. He was curious, and he knew that is the same letter what his mother read for him. And he opens that letter, and as he opens his letter, at a glance he realizes the letter was not the same. Letter was the same, but the content was not the same. He was filled with tears, and he told, Mom, thank you so much. And the letter read like this: to the parent of Thomas Alva Edison, your son is mentally slow. He cannot understand. He is a special child. He needs to be trained with all those special kids. He cannot be put into the normal students. So please try to do some teaching at home, and we wish your son all the best. These were the letter. If that letter would have read as it was by the mother to Thomas Alva Edison, this bulb wouldn't have been with us. And so confidence building is very, very important. So you as an entrepreneur, can you build that confidence into that team members? That is what is required. So that confidence can be built with keeping something as constant. Happiness you should try to keep constant, irrespective of. When that happiness is kept constant, because whatever you're doing, the goal of all goal is happiness. Why are we actually studying higher and higher and higher? So that because of that we get a good job, good salary, and that will give us happiness. Why did we for the first time go to school? Because we thought staying at home is not giving happiness, and we thought going to school will give happiness. That is the reason we went to school. And when we went to school, it was primary school, first standard you went. Were you happy? No. You started feeling at home, I was so happy. I'm not experiencing so much of happiness here. Maybe if I go to high school, I'll be happier. So you completed first standard, second standard, third standard, fourth standard, fifth standard, sixth standard, seventh standard, thinking that high school will give you more happiness, and you came to 8th. Were you happy in 8th? No. You came to 8th, 1 month you were happy, and slowly you started realizing what happiness is this. I was much more happier in primary. I was still more happier at home. But now, no happiness. I will have to study so many things. Maybe when I go to college, I'll be more happier. Number of subjects will be less. I'll be free to do whatever I do. And you pushed yourself anticipating that you will be very happy in +1 and +2. And you come to +1. First month you were happy. And slowly after the first month, you start realizing, though the number of subjects are less, the number of topics and the detailed studying of so many topics, it's really bugging me. I think I was very happy in high school, much more happier in primary, and still more happier at home. Anticipating this, you start thinking, what now? Where is happiness? And slowly you start realizing, maybe when I go to graduation, you will be happier. And most of you came to graduation. Graduation, same thing happened. And so somebody told, no, when you get that first job, you will be happy. You came to the first job. Yes, trying for that first job and getting hooked to that first job was a painful experience. But still you anticipated that job is going to give me happy, that job is going to give me happy. And you came to that first job, first salary, second salary, you were happy. And slowly you started realizing what politics is happening in my office. I was so happy in my college, still more happier in my +1, +2, much more in high school, still more happier in primary. At home, I was the most happiest. So thinking that you were wondering, what is this? And slowly somebody says, marriage is happiness. All of you who are married, you know. Marriage is a combination of happiness and sorrow. Hell and heaven is coming in package. So somebody says marriage is happiness. So your only target is something you need in order to say, in future I am going to be happier, and you think marriage is going to give happiness, and you come to your mom and dad and you say, Mom and Dad, you asked me whether I'll be saying yes to something. Na? I am telling yes. Mother will say, for what did I ask you to say yes? She knows you want to get married. That only, Mom, marriage, I am ready, get me married. Mother also knows marriage is not always heaven, pa. It's a combination of hell and heaven, and you get engaged. From the engagement to marriage, and after marriage, maybe 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, happy. Yes, definitely. She will be looking like an angel to you, and you will be looking like an angel to her, and everybody would have seen only the positive things of each other. When life pushes you and pushes you and pushes you to an extent which is intolerable, slowly a devil will come out of you, a devil will come out of her, and slowly tu my will start, and then you start realizing, what happiness is this? When did this angel convert to devil? And your spouse is also thinking, when did this angel convert to devil? Spouse would have asked you ordinary ice cream, you would have got a gadabad ice cream. Your spouse would have asked you an ordinary ring, you would have bought a gold chain. Now if she is asking a gold chain, you say, already you have, na? Why do you need? So you know life is not always like that. And slowly with this tu my, you are totally confused, and somebody says, अगर बच्चे हो जाएंगे ना, घर पे बहुत सुकून और happiness मिलेगा. बच्चे, when they are in the neighboring place, it is happiness. You can go every now and then and say tu, my, chinnu, nannu, and then you can come back. When a boy or a girl is born in your house, he is the boss. You add a discipline, place discipline. There is a place for everything in its place. The boy will come, every place he is going to distract. There is no place for anything, and there is nothing that happens in that place. He does everything in all the places. You add a time discipline. This is the time for sleep, this is the time for wake up, this is the time for eating, this is the time for kaka, this is the time for X, this is the time for Y. And then slowly this man comes and maybe he has thrown so much of tantrums that the entire house has become a chaos. Yes, you love, but still sometimes you would have told what a devil you are. You have changed every pattern. There is love, but still, if he starts growing big, we will be happy, and he grows big. And if he goes to school, we'll be happy, and we push him to school. And if he goes to high school, we'll be happy, we push him to high school. And his tantrums become bigger and bigger and bigger, larger and larger and larger. And then he's put into college. Then also you feel happiness is not there. And slowly you will say, if he gets one job, I'll be happier. And a job is given to him. And you think if he gets married, you will be happy. And marriage also happens, and there also tutu my starts, and then you will start realizing, maybe if I have grandkids I'll be happier. But if you look at your entire life, how did you live? You never lived in this moment. Right now in this class you have a moment of 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours. Can I live this happily? Why I should live this happily? Because I know today is not equal to tomorrow. I'll have to have a control of this moment, because this moment is under my control. My past is not under my control. My future will come to my control when I go there. So let me live in this moment. In this moment I have a choice. Can I live happily? Can I live like an entrepreneur as though I have achieved everything? Can I work like I have only today left? Can I be happy like today is the last day of my life? And that way, if you can create happiness day in, day out, in every moment, that is called a smart living. But look at your entire moment. Every time you thought your past was happier and you could not live happily, and every time you thought your future is going to be happier, and in anticipating that your future is going to be happier, you have forgotten to live in this moment. So learn this exercise, come what may. If I want to call myself a positive entrepreneur, I'll have to live happily in every moment of my life, because every moment that is past is not going to come back. Right now, this moment has gone. I cannot bring it back. So can I live in this moment? So most of us, can we create this happiness as a constant? We don't. We use happiness in so much of scarcity, as though if happiness is used in abundance, where it is going to multiply or where it is going to divide and get distributed, that is how we use happiness. Assuming in your entire office, if you had to use happiness to one particular colleague, what do? You wait for one of his birthday to come and then bring him on the dais and you wish him happy birthday. Instead, what you could do, you could always use that happiness every day. We don't. If one of you have missed that birthday and next day when you come, at least wish him happy birthday next day, na? No, you say belated happy birthday, as though you are insisting, go back yesterday, celebrate birthday and come. Sometimes our conversation, we don't know whether we are wishing or cursing. Somebody wishes, good morning, good morning. Good morning, is it a good morning or bad morning? Instead, don't wish at all. So, it has to come with a lot of positiveness. Let me take up one simple example, like assuming today was Saturday and the entire week you had these sessions and you had one moment to enjoy, and all of us wait for that Sunday to enjoy, and on Saturday afternoon when you leave the office, what do you say? Happy weekend. Do you think it is a wish or a curse? You may say wish. Let me say it is the biggest curse. Yes, you wish each other happy weekend because you know tomorrow is Sunday. Though Saturday is the weekend and Sunday is the beginning of the week as per the English calendar, but we think Sunday is a weekend. That is how we actually live. And we wish happy weekend because we know tomorrow is Sunday, and from the office you go home, wherever you are, in so happiest way because you know tomorrow is Sunday. You are the most happiest person there. You may try all the pani puris, all the bel puris on the way, all the dishes, because you know tomorrow is Sunday. You have plenty of time at your disposal. You go late, you carry sweets, you give it to your family, and the entire family is happy. You are not looking at the time, what time to have dinner, because you know tomorrow is Sunday. You are most happiest. You take your own free time, you binge watch all the serials, all the big bosses, and then finally you go to bed not even thinking what time it is because you know tomorrow is Sunday. And then you have the dinner like you have never had in your lifetime with so much of happiness, and relaxingly you watch TV till whatever time, and then you go to bed and you get up in the morning not even worried what time you are getting up, at your own free will, at your own free time you get up, and your happiness is at the peak. Yes, natural, you are happy. You get up, have your coffee, have your breakfast like you have never had, because you're feeling so happy that you're thinking, wow, this is the life what I wanted. And then have your breakfast and waiting for that lunch to come, because it has to be special. It's a Sunday afternoon lunch. You eat the Sunday lunch and then you're to the peak of happiness. You want to take that Sunday afternoon nap. You sleep at 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock, and then something happens and you wake up at 3:30 or 4 o'clock. And you remember tomorrow is Monday. What happens? The moment you realize tomorrow is Monday, the same happiness becomes misery. You feel like going to the calendar, tearing that Monday and putting Sunday 1, Sunday 2, Sunday 3, Pushpa 1, Pushpa 2, Pushpa 3, KGF 1, KGF 2. Why? Because you know that Monday itself will create so much of PP in you, so much of tension and fear in you, and you don't know for what reason it is coming. You evaluate. Right now it is Monday. You ask yourself, how did you spend your last night? The best night will always be Saturday, and the worst night is going to be Sunday. You are sleeping, the sleep doesn't come. You are sleeping, the boss is coming, the colleague is coming, your son is coming, your daughter is coming, your wife is coming, your neighbor is coming, and everybody comes and goes, sleep doesn't come. And most number of heart attacks and cardiac arrest has happened at that time, because you're in an IBP. When you know the entire life is happening because of his will, why do you worry? What can you do which he cannot? Believe in him and enjoy the life. Why you have wished each other happy weekend? Unless it is week ending, you will be happy. The moment it is reaching ending, the same happiness will turn to misery. You will have the worst night's sleep on Sunday. And Monday morning you get up like there is Kailash Parvat on your head. Everything looks heavy. With that heaviness, you're pushing yourself up. You're pushing yourself up to brush the teeth. And you're carrying that heaviness. You should have dropped. When you drop, you know it is going to be ease. But you're not ready to drop. All of us are like this. They were these two monks, because most of us don't know how to relax. We forcibly take up every kida and we put it onto our head. We have a very best option of relaxing and being happy. We make our life miserable. There were two monks, very strict followers of monks. Monks do not touch opposite gender. It so happens that one night when they were crossing the village, from one village to another village, there was a stream. There was one young girl, a school girl, who had to cross the river and go. But she was afraid of the water. Somehow she did not develop enough courage to cross. She was crying there. One of the monks goes there and he asks, why are you crying? The other monk says, you're not supposed to go close to her. I know, she's just crying, let me help her. And you're not supposed to help her, you're not supposed to go also, you're not supposed to talk also. And he goes and he says, what's the problem, ma? Uncle, I want to cross the street, but I'm afraid of water. Okay, ma, you come. And he picks that girl and he puts him on his shoulder, and the monk is carrying. The other monk is looking, what are you doing? You're not supposed to touch and you're carrying her. You're not supposed to touch and you're carrying her. Then he says, don't worry, I will drop her here. And the stream was only 4-5 minutes. And then he drops her there and she says, thanks uncle, and she leaves. And this monk is walking. 1 hour they have walked. This person is consistently telling, what is this? You are carrying her, you are carrying her, you are carrying her. He says, idiot. What? You are an idiot. I dropped her there. And she's not there in my mind. You are carrying it. See how you change the happiest moment to miserable. You will feel ashamed of yourself. Ask yourself, every time in your life when you have felt miserable, it was your choice. We always say, if you were successful, who is responsible? You were responsible. And if you are a failure, who was responsible? You were responsible. So, if I ask, दुश्मन कहाँ है? बगल में नहीं है, अंदर है. All of you repeat, दुश्मन कहाँ है? अंदर. बगल में नहीं है, अंदर है. If Draupadi Murmu became what she became because the dushman in her was killed and there was a dost in her. If so many tribal women have not become what they could become, it is because दुश्मन अंदर है. आप अपने दुश्मन हो, आप अपने दोस्त हो. Choice is yours. All the successful people were successful because there was a dost in them who took up the right choices. Birth is a gift given by God. All of us are born equal. Tendulkar did not come with a bat. Ask her. Tendulkar's mom speaking? Yes. Did Tendulkar come with a bat? Idiot. Keep the phone, she will say. Why? Everybody knows all of us are born equal. But you should not die equal. The beginning of all is the same. The destination will not be the same. We call it as a BCD leaving. All of you repeat. BCD leaving 3 times. BCD leaving, BCD leaving, BCD leaving. Louder. BCD leaving, BCD leaving, BCD leaving. I want to be an entrepreneur. Your beginning is fixed. It's not under your control. Did you choose she is going to be my mom, she is going to be my dad? No. Abdul Kalam did not choose. A fisherman. No. Chaiwala did not choose. Chaiwala. He did not. Tribal woman did not see. Tribal. No. It is a gift given by God. That's not under your control. You're born human. That's the gift. To whom were you born? It is written. You cannot change it. But your destination, your death, how you die or your destination can be changed. How? By making the right choices. C. B. Right choices, destination can be changed. If wrong choices, wrong destination. If right choices, right destination. Choice is in your hand. So always make that right choices. Keep this happiness as constant. All of you have seen 3 Idiots?
Yes.
The movie. We will go to the result scene. The result is announced. 2 friends come. They are not watching the result from the top because they are confident. Result has to be here only. They see 1 name, 2 name, happiness. 3rd name is missing. Sorrow, unhappiness. Natural. I am unhappy, it is understood. As with that frozen face, unhappiness, they are coming. All the friends look at them. Wow, they are looking at them. Why are you guys frozen? You guys should be the most happiest. How can we be happy? We have passed, and that guy, Amir, he is the topper. The moment they say topper, look at happiness. For you, nothing has changed. Everything is same. But for your friend, you wanted him to pass. But that pass has become first more happiness. They come and they see the name. The moment they see and clarify that he's the topper, the same happiness becomes misery. Whose choice was it? It's your choice. And your life also becomes miserable because you don't enjoy the others' win as your win. Your subconscious simply gets attached to that win, and that win is required so that it will reciprocate the same thing in your subconscious state. If you start feeling miserable about them, the life also will start feeling miserable about that. It is like you have rubbed and the genie has come and he says, your wish is my command, master, what shall I do? And your thought process says, because you don't directly order the genie, your thoughts will order the genie what you want. I was very happy now because I have passed and my friend also has passed, but I have become miserable now because my friend has come first. What does the genie will understand? I will never allow you to become miserable. Oh Malik sir, I know if you or anybody comes first, you will not like it, so I will always keep you just pass. Whose reward was this? You. Genie does not understand. Genie only understands happiness and unhappiness. If the genie, if you can make him understand, my friend has won the lottery, I am happy for him, you will also one day win the same lottery. Why? The genie has understood his winning has created so much of happiness. Let me create more happiness for my master by making him win. But when you start feeling miserable about your friend's promotion, when you start miserable about your friends or colleagues, what you call it as increment, and slowly what happens, you're sending a message to Ginny that I don't like promotions, I don't like increments. Why? Because you did not enjoy that moment, whether it happens to you or whether it happens to somebody else. If you can enjoy that moment, the message is very clear. God will take you from a chaiwala and make what you could do. Whose decision was it? It was your decision not to feel happy and satisfied about your friend's success. It's a disaster. Let me share a beautiful story. It was during one season, that was 8-9 years back, Super Lotto lottery, which is still running in Kerala. It was legal in Bangalore. Super Lotto lottery is something where you go to various online forums and you book a ticket and you buy a ticket online. Once in a month, the result will be announced. Sometimes 3 crores, 4 crores, 5 crores, the result comes. It so happened one Sunday, I with my family members, my father, my mother, my sister and my brother, we were at home, and Sunday newspaper I was reading. I was very happy because it was Sunday, and I was reading the newspaper. The headlines told a Bangalore boy has got a 3 crores lottery. All of us felt happy. Normal happiness. Our happiness was so high that when I read that news loudly, my mother felt happy, and my sister was doing a puja in the puja room, and my mother was preparing a coffee. My father was sitting next to me, and all of us felt happy. And naturally, my father told, and even my mother also whispered, "Hey, it's such a good news that a Bangalore boy has got the lottery. Continue. Let us find out who has got." We were very happy. Immediately, as I started reading, it read that a South Bangalore boy has got a lottery. We were very, very happy. Immediately, my mother told, "Anyway, you're lighting the diya to God. Instead of oil lamp, why don't you use ghee and light a lamp? It's an happiness. Let us celebrate. Let us be gratitudeful to God for He has given a lottery to South Bangalore." And I continue to read. A South Bangalore who lives in Wilson Garden. We also live in Wilson Garden. We were very, very happy. And slowly I started continuing. He lives in 11th Cross. We also live in 11th Cross. Our happiness was to the peak. And then it read, he resides in 17/2 and we reside in 17/1. The moment we read 17/2 and 17/1, we got the message clearly that the lottery has gone to our neighbor. There was pin drop silence. We did not know what emotions. See, our emotions of happiness which went high and high and high and high and high, it reached the peak, and at that moment when we realize when it has come to our neighbor, the same happiness becomes miserable. And my mother told, "Don't even light that lamp, only come." What has happened to God? He is not able to see our house. He always sees the neighbor's house. They don't even study well. My kids study so well. Why did this happen? Ask yourself, what is the message you have sent Ginny? Ginny had come with an intention that next lottery is going to be yours. He was about to give. Instead of giving us, he gave it to him. He would have given a better lottery than that. He had come with that. I have sent a message. My mom sent a message. My dad sent a message. We will not be happy when we win 4 crores. But the genie, when we felt so happy in the first 4 moments, he had come all the way to deliver that to us and make arrangements so that the next lottery, maybe the second count of lottery, one more lottery would have been us, but we sent a very clear message that we will not be happy if the lottery comes. It was your choice. And the genie told, "Your wish is my command, master. It shall be given. You don't like lottery, lottery will not be given." It doesn't understand you or him. It understands only the emotion. He only understands success. If you can celebrate your colleague's success, one day success will pour on to you. If you can celebrate your wife's spouse success, that success also will pour on to you. But instead, when you feel jealous, you have seen a jealous husband will always go down and down and down, and a jealous spouse, let me call husband and wife, let me call spouse. The spouse keeps climbing up and up and up because you have sent a very clear message to the genie. Your wish is my command, master. I don't like success. So you will have to change this. Every time when you wanted something, genie was ready to give. When he wanted to give, few hurdles will come, and because of that few hurdles, if you give up, genie cannot help. It was your choice of giving up. If you think, no, 80% is what I can get, your wish is my command master, it shall be fulfilled. No, this year I will not get a promotion, next year surely I will get a promotion. Your wish is my command master, this year you will not get promotion. Dushman kaha hai? Andar hai. You only wish, because genie will not ask your friend and decide something for you. Genie will ask you. Your wish is my command. Even in our culture also we say the same thing. Do not wish negative irrespective of. Because the angels will be here. The moment you wish positive, angels will come and bless. There is devil also. The moment you wish negative, devils will come and bless. Negative is very powerful. You should see that negative, even that sign also. How is the negative? Like this. Very powerful. It can go here, it can go here, it can go here. It can penetrate you from all the holes. Positive is this. Can you penetrate? No. That's the reason you require a motivational class in order to pump you and tell you smoking is not for you. Give up. But it's very easy to convince somebody from non-smoking to become a smoker. Very, very easy, because negative goes very easily, positive goes very, very difficult. And negative little is enough to distract the whole thing. Positive, as much you put, it's not going to be enough. A simple game to understand this. Actually, in our village, we always breed honeybees. Honey hives is our culture. So I get a good tank of pure honey, and I keep it in a big container with a tap in it, and I give you a taste of one small bowl to everybody, and everybody tastes. Everybody says nice, sir. I ask everybody, okay, can I pack and give you in a small bottle? And everybody says yes, sir. And I get ready and I call one of the students and I say, see, there is a drain passing by, can you see, because it is raining? Yes, sir, we can see. You know ink filler? Yeah, you go, you take 2 drops of drainage water, bring it. And I ask him to bring it, 2 boxes of it, and also get one container full of drainage water. So I take a glass of drain water, I keep it in the ink filler. He has already collected 2 drops. I again collect 3 more drops, 3 drops of drainage water. Now all of you are ready. I can give you one bottle, but let me tell you, this is just drainage water which is collected right from the front of this drain, and I am only going to put 2 drops here. Please don't mind. 1, 2. Now I ask you, how many of you want the same honey? All of you will say no. Just 2 drops of negative can contaminate the entire positive. Now I take this entire honey and that small glass, I'll put it into a big container. I take this entire honey, and if I put it back here also, still you will say this is in an impure form and this is also an impure form. That is the power of negativity. Negativity is too easy. It can penetrate from all the ways. Positivity is very, very difficult. It has to be forcibly pushed onto a person. So when we know that happiness has to be kept constant and it should always be constant, we actually don't believe in wishing incomplete. So sometimes we wait for one festival to come, one birthday to come, and then we had up happiness. Happiness should be used in abundance. So your entire uttering of words are not mere words. It is an emotion that is being carried along. Good morning is good morning, but the good morning told like good morning is not a good morning. It is like telling I have a miserable morning. I don't feel happy talking to you. So instead of that, make your logic very clear. Happiness is constant. So what we say, instead of wishing good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, we always wish happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Can all of you repeat? Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Again, louder. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. This row. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. A small, because you are going to be an entrepreneur, because you are already managing a team. There are, whenever you take a class, your class will have 3 styles of actually observing and 3 styles of delivery. When I come on the dais, my visual is one kind of a delivery and your acceptance is my visual. What you see, you simply absorb. All the students will not be visual. They are observing, they are getting. But whatever I am saying, is it going deep into their subconscious state and they are able to memorize and they are able to put it back? No, it doesn't happen. Because few of them are auditory students. So for auditory students, just putting the blog, just putting the PPT, just putting the points won't help. I will have to deliver those points using audio. My audio amplification, my audio surprising, my audio elements, all these will have to be added up into that. But these are called as auditory style of delivering and auditory style of receiving. All of us will not be auditory. The best way to make people understand and feel and get into that deep understanding, shallow understanding will definitely happen in visual and auditory. If you want a deep understanding, we will have to get into kinesthetic mode. Kinesthetic is the most powerful mode. When we spoke about Thomas Alva Edison, because he could not observe and understand things, he could not listen and multiple times listen and understand things, he was kinesthetic, he had to write, he had to experiment and then do it. So there, when your mind, body, everything is involved in doing the experiment, you will learn better. So our entire action of happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, can we add action into it? You like my class because of my dramatization. You like my class because of my non-verbal communication. You like my class because of the eyes what I use, because of the fingers what I use, because of the gestures what I use, because of the stories which I bring and I connect you to that stories. So kinesthetic is the best way of putting the thoughts into deep subconscious state so that results will start coming. When it is shallowly put, it will come and it will go. It will never stay in your memory. But whatever I have told, you will not forget for years to come. You will remember the stories. You will remember that nth vada story. You will remember that Count Bada story. You will remember this lottery story. So you will remember Thomas Alva story and feel how confident you could be. What is the role of you when a mother had a role to play against his child by telling him, though he was not up to the mark, telling you can do this, that confidence building really worked magic. So all this connect will happen. So instead of just wishing good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, let us add up little action. So we will use good morning like this at the forward level. Good morning, good afternoon, happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. All of you start. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Again, sir. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Sir. Happy morning, right hand. Action. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Now, why only morning, afternoon, evening, night? All the weeks we should be happy. So, from Monday to Sunday. Monday is very important. So, we will take the entire thing, happy Monday at the forward level. Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday straight, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday. Ready? All of us. Ready, steady, go. Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, from left to right in clockwise. Okay, Thursday is straight. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is straight, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Ready, steady, go. Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday. Once again, happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday. Okay. Now, why only Monday to Sunday to Monday, Monday to Sunday? It should be all the months from January to December. So we'll take happy January, happy February, happy March, happy April at the forehead level, at the chest level or an abdominal level. January, February, March, April हो गया. Happy June, happy July, happy August, happy September, happy October, happy November, happy December. So 4, 4, 4. Ready? Yes. Get ready. Happy January, happy February, happy March, happy April, happy May, happy June, happy July, happy August, happy September, happy October, happy November, happy December. Now, a final conclusion. But before that, all the months is fine. All the climates we should be happy. It's summer, raining. Happiness is constant. It is hot. People go to hot places to watch and feel the hotness, enjoy that hotness. It's raining. People go to rainy places to enjoy that rain. It's chilly. People go to winter places where it is enjoyable to be in winter. So like that, every season is given for you to enjoy that season. There are a lot of people who are not gifted with this season. Go there and ask how much they are missing this season. So irrespective of whatever the season is, sometimes season can be called as mood also. I think your season looks dull today. That means your mood looks dull today. But the same man will be happier at times, and the same person will become miserable. The same event sometimes will bring happier. The same moment, because of something else, will bring sorrow. That is how our normal living structure is. I still remember that day. It was the result day, and my friend who had never spoken, that day he started giving gyan. Gyan on what? Samosa and how to enjoy samosa. It was in the evening, all of us went to the canteen and hot samosas were made. All of us were not happy to collect those samosas because our mind was going through a rough time, because we knew 5 o'clock the results are going to be announced. But my friend had forgotten about the result. The moment the result was forgotten, he was the most happiest person. So he comes and he says, why you guys are not coming? And we forgot to tell him the results are going to come. We thought he also knows. And he comes and he gives everybody samosas and he says it is going to be my treat. 5 of us are having the samosa, and my friend starts giving gyan. What a beautiful evening, yeah. It's raining, there is chill, this samosa. What life has given us so much of happiness. Enjoy. Why are you actually having a frown space? And all of us are saying, why is he not actually unhappy? He should also have the same unhappiness feeling. We were confused. We did not know what to do. He is having one samosa and he goes for one more samosa. For us, that one samosa itself is not going in. And then all of us looked at and we felt what a great way of actually being positive. And then he told Ramesh, yes, Ramesh, have you forgotten results will come in half an hour? Today is the result. The same man who brought one more samosa, actually telling the cook the best samosas you order, he told, no, I don't want the samosa. And we asked, what's wrong with you? You were so happy, now you were defining samosa. Yes, I was defining samosa, but this was not there. So who put that kida into your life? Irrespective of whether you have samosa or not, enjoy this moment or not, your results will always going to remain the same. So why don't we keep that irrespective of whatever the season is, my happiness is going to be constant. So we will take 4 seasons. More season will be confusing. Summer, winter, spring, rainy. Okay, all of us. Happy summer, happy winter, happy rainy, happy spring. And now a final conclusion. Hold your hand like this. Irrespective of, in spite of, whatever the situation is, my happiness will remain, constant. We should keep our happiness constant. Now all of us will do standing. All of you stand. Okay, hold your hands. We will do. First I will do, and then after that you will repeat one step. Okay. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. All of you. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Now happy from Monday to Sunday. Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday. Once again. Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday. And now 4 months. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Happiness has to be constant from right to left. Okay. Happy January, happy February, happy March, happy April, happy May, happy June, happy July, happy August, happy September, happy October, happy November, happy December. Okay? Now all the 4 seasons. Happy summer, happy winter, happy rainy, happy spring. All of you. Happy summer, happy winter, happy rainy, happy spring. Hold your hands like this. Irrespective of, in spite of, whatever the situation is, my happiness will remain constant. Sit. Now, the moment I come here, before actually starting the class, instead of starting, guys, good morning, and if I start, yes, it will definitely have a lot of energy. But if I can start saying, happy morning, guys, it brings a different kinds of energy. Right now, when you leave this place, you should realize everything that you are doing is for happiness only. In haunting, in hunting, in seeking that happiness, your progress happens, and the moment that happiness comes, you should hold on to it and you should keep it constant, irrespective of. Most of us, happiness will never remain constant. That's the reason we say it, irrespective of, in spite of whatever the situation it is, my happiness will have to be constant. You are actually seeking for a cycle and you felt cycle will give you happiness. But when cycle came, continue to remain happy. The moment you see somebody else is on a bike, you will say, no, cycle is not happiness, bike is happiness. And Ginny will say, your wish is my command master. Cycle is never going to be an happiness for you. Why? You told that. A person who is going on a bike, the moment he sees a cycle, he stops and he says, Maga cycle orsi eshtu varshagalaagittu. I have never ride a cycle and it's been so many years. Give me a chance. I want to ride the cycle and enjoy life. And Ginny will understand, he likes that also, he likes this also. I'll give him more of cycles, I'll give him more of bikes. But what is the message you told? No, cycles is never an happiness and a bike is given. And when bike is given, at least keep that as constant and be happy. And seek for more happiness in a car. But instead you start thinking what bike it is. Look, people are going in a car. And when a car is given, are you happy? No. You see your friend comes in a much more luxury car and you will start thinking, I want a luxury car. So your happiness has never been a constant. If you can keep this happiness as a constant, then your life will take a different turn altogether. An entrepreneur is the one who will also not lose his emotions to anger. That is one of the need and compulsory skill sets that you have. To become an entrepreneur, you need people. To bring people into your circle of influence, you need to act with the right kind of skill sets. Beautiful example could be Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa's way of actually handling people was completely different. You have never seen in any photos where there is no such expression that she would have expressed other than love and happiness. You see any of her photos. She was filled with so much of abundance love, abundance happiness and forgiveness. It cannot be compared to anybody. Let me share a beautiful incident which happened with her, because we are talking about entrepreneurship skills. To develop and become an entrepreneur of a chain of hospitals in one city itself is so difficult. To have a chain of hospitals across the world and every hospital operating with the same abundance, love and care is unbelievable. That's the reason she was honored with a sainthood. She did miracles. It so happened when she decided that she's going to start a chain of hospitals, she had to collect donations because it's not easy to build hospitals. It so happened on the busy streets of Calcutta one day, it's been her routine that she and her group of followers who were actually believing in her, they used to go wear white sari and they used to ask for funds, because MG Road in all the places used to be a busy street, a rich man's street. So one of the businessmen from Calcutta, that MG Road, he was coming out, he had a bad meeting. He had a bad business meeting and he was coming out, he was completely disturbed and he was actually shouting words. And then as he was coming, these group of missionaries, the followers of Mother Teresa, they come up to him and they say, "Sir, we want to build free hospitals to give free treatment to these people who are suffering. Please help us." He gets angry and he starts scolding them abusive words. When he starts scolding them abusive words, and then he's scolding and then he's going, and those people will say, "Okay, if you're not interested, leave, sir," and they keep going. He doesn't stop. They keep going. He turns back and he keeps on shouting at them. As he's shouting, he moves a little bit back and then he turns back, because he had to go. Because after they went also, he kept on abusing, because one of them murmured, "If you want, you give. If you don't want to give, why will you shout at us?" That was what they told, and he was completely disturbed. And as soon as he turns back, here is Mother Teresa, who was collecting funds. She also turns back. Both of them are actually looking at each other head to head. With a very smiling face, Mother Teresa looks at him. She wishes him, "Good morning, sir." "Good morning. Leave the space." Sir, please, excuse me. What? With the bowl she says, we are helping to build hospitals for the poor. Please help us, sir. He was so peak in anger, he spits onto the bowl. If anybody spits, what will you do? You take that bowl and hit on him? Look at the reflection of Mother Teresa. She uses an handkerchief which was tugged inside her waist. She removes that, she wipes it, she folds it. I will have that, sir. Please, can you help the poor? That man was shaken up. That is the reason we say your entrepreneurship skills has to be that emotional handling skills has to be learned. And she was genuinely interested in helping them. For that sake, she was ready to even take that spit, put it into that, wipe it from the bowl. I'll keep this, sir. It's okay for me. Can you please help the poor? It's an air-raising experience. And he was completely shattered. He falls down and he holds her leg and he says, please forgive me, ma'am. I don't know who you are. Today I feel like I'm talking to an angel. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have been rude with you. And then miracles. That boy, that businessman was the person who was responsible for the big start of hospitals. And how did it happen? Because you had a selflessness there. So you, when you want to become an entrepreneur, you should have that selflessness. We are not ready to give happiness in abundance. It has to be, happiness has to be used for everything what you do. It should be poured in abundance. And our entire living, we say human mind or human body is like an Akshaya Patra. What is the Akshaya Patra? It's a magical vessel. What is the meaning of that? It says, anything that is put, it multiplies. Anything that is taken and given out in abundance, more of it will flow. If I give happiness onto the outside world in abundance, more happiness will flow. So if I want happiness to flow in abundance, let me start sharing happiness to the outside world in abundance. Why to use very simple and common words? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Instead of that, we'll use happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening. Right now, once you leave this place, you should be filled with happiness. Come what may, whomsoever you may. The director comes, take his name and say, happy morning, sir. Your wife, call her and say, happy afternoon. Yeah, did you have your lunch? Did the kids have your lunch? I'm just going for a lunch. Hey, good. What did you say initially? Happy morning, happy afternoon. Hey, it sounds good. So be that light where you want to throw that happiness. Be that difference when you start only. That bang has to happen. So from now on, the moment you live this all, the moment you go to any place, the moment you meet a new person, the moment you pick up a call, your greeting has to be so powerful. That power greet has to be actually felt by everybody who are in your circle of influence. And they should feel, hey, you are changed. The way you told happy morning, I felt good about it. Happy journey, happy leaving. So like that everywhere. Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy lunch, happy dinner, happy exam, happy result. Irrespective of, in spite of whatever the situation is, my happiness has to be constant. Just a little bit of more kinesthetic way. Four of us will come. All of us will do. And then one by one. And then we will complete. We will go for the questionnaire. Yeah. Sir, you four. Come sir. 1, 2, 3, 4. Few of you can take for photos, you will cherish. You see all of us are coming within the frame. Go sir. It's okay, all of us are coming? Yeah, two of you here. Here, 1, 2. Yes, I'll be in the middle. Yes, you come here. Guys, most of the time when we communicate through the head, which will be not so powerful. If I can communicate from the heart, it will be powerful. But emotions has to come from the heart. Most of you, you will have to remove the circuit from the kidney, connect it to your heart, and it should come from the heart. See whether we are using our heart or both the kidneys. Because one heart, 2 kidneys. Ready, steady, go. Start. Ready, steady. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Once again. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday. Thursday is here, sir. Thursday. We'll again go.
Yes.
Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday. Happy January, happy February, happy March, happy April, happy May, happy June, happy July, happy August, happy September, happy October, happy November, happy December, happy summer, happy winter, happy rainy, happy spring. Nogu bartilla, there is no smile. Happy summer, happy winter, happy rainy, happy spring. Hands like this, irrespective of, in spite of, whatever the situation is, my happiness will remain, constant. Drag it, constant. Drag, constant. Big hand up. Yeah, the next four of you, please come, quick. Guys, you remember your loved ones, you remember the happy moments, and then create happiness. Lottery will come to you, or else it will go to your neighbors. So please remember, if you can show happiness, guys, all of them, their circuit were connected to heart only. Na? We will check which group will do with lot of happiness. There is an happiness checking machine also. Come close. Okay. Ready? Steady. Out thoda. Okay. Done? Okay. Ready? Steady, go. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Once again, happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday. Happy January, happy February, happy March, happy April, happy May, happy June, happy July, happy August, happy September, happy October, happy November, happy December. Happy summer, happy winter, happy rainy, happy spring. Hands like this. Irrespective of, in spite of, whatever the situation it is, my happiness will remain constant. Very good. Yes, sir. Next product. Yeah, you can come from that. Yeah. Okay. Ready? Steady, go. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Once again, happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday. Happy January, happy February, happy March, happy April, happy May, happy June, happy July, happy August, down, happy September, happy October, happy November, happy December, happy summer, happy winter, happy rainy, happy spring. Hands like this, irrespective of, in spite of, whatever the situation it is, my happiness will remain constant. Very good. So you too come. Guys, clap for them. Jimmy will understand. Oh no, they are not enjoying. Yes. Now, because we are three, we will have to do perfectly the same. Okay, ready, steady, go. Happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday, happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, happy Sunday. Happy January, happy February, happy March, happy April, happy May, happy June, happy July, happy August, happy September, happy October, happy November, happy December. Happy summer, happy winter, happy rainy, happy spring. Hands like this. Irrespective of, in spite of, whatever the situation it is, my happiness will remain constant. A big round of applause. Guys, it's not just doing here. Why we follow this kinesthetic way of doing is, you should exhibit this in everything that you do. The moment you live this all, if somebody greets you good morning, or what will you say? Good morning. Happy morning, you should say. Good morning. Happy morning. Happy marriage. Happy marriage. So it will come. Irrespective of whatever they say, I'm going to an interview. Happy interview. I'm going to check the results. Happy results. Can I keep this happiness as constant? See, it will help you to self-pep you, because sometimes what happens, as an entrepreneur, you are also human. You get hangry. But if you can manage that hanger and then if you can express non-anger there, because that situation has gone out of control. You will definitely feel angry. That is a normal way of how we we exhibit our emotions. It's normal. But when I get anger, and if I start taking decisions in anger, anger is just one letter D less than danger. It will create too much of disasters, too much of danger. So right choices are required. Beginning has happened. So that ending, whatever we say, B, C, D, that death or destination, what we say, it will take you to the wrong destination by the wrong choices what we make. Because once you get into a person with an argument, you will miss the person for the lifetime. Once Ratan Tata had a decision to take up when one of his, not colleague, is a subordinate, because of one wrong choice of his subordinate, the company actually lost around 1 crore. It was loss. It was not profit coming down. Loss of 1 crore. With that, this manager was a very good and smart manager. He was in an helpless state. He did not know what sir is going to tell. He went up to Ratan Tata and he knew he is going to get blasting left and right. But Ratan Tata was angry. There is no doubt at all. But he called him as soon as he came. Come gentlemen, please have your seat. I was in your situation 10 years back. I had caused a loss to my company where I was working. But my senior, when he called, what you are expecting that I should actually vent anger against you, he did not do that. He understood what went wrong and he told me, I give you a chance to correct. And that made me what I am today. And I want you also to set an example. That's all. And he was sent back. And that person really worked hard and he was very much responsible for the big growth of what we call it as Tata companies, because they ventured into every possible field and they dominated themselves in all the fields in the right spirit. So if you want to become an entrepreneur, all these skill sets are required. In another 15 minutes, we will vent out. There is one Dale Carnegie's book. It can be considered as an extract from Chanakya's teaching also. Just because we did not know about that, we thought everything that is coming from outside is the greatest gift. But Chanakya has written about all this and he is the greatest creator of an entrepreneur. He is the greatest creator of an entrepreneur. He gets into a challenge with his childhood friend when he misbehaves with him and he says, what a king are you? Don't feel great about your king and don't have an ego that you are a king and I am an ordinary teacher. I will tell you, I will bring a street boy and make him an emperor, not the king. I'll make him an emperor. That is a challenge what he does. And it was not easy. He picks up a street boy who was playing marbles. He identifies that this guy has that entrepreneurship skills right at that age when he observed him for 10-15 minutes. And he knew this can become a beautiful statue. And then he starts sculpting it. One of the greatest entrepreneurship skills trainer of the world is Chanakya, because he picks up a street boy and he makes him an emperor. Just like a chaiwala became a prime minister, a tribal woman becomes a president, and a fisherman's son becomes the greatest scientist. He picks up a street boy and not make him a king, he makes him an emperor. So many kings will come under him and a new Maurya dynasty was started. And greatest learning could be from Chanakya skill sets. I want to be an entrepreneur. Right now, if I want to be an entrepreneur, what are the basic things that I will have to follow in spite of, irrespective of? So that is what we call it as Dale Carnegie's principle to become an entrepreneur. Become a friendlier person. You cannot become an entrepreneur. Even a political leaders are actually the most friendlier people. They may not do things friendlier, but they will exhibit so much of friendlierness. But after you have gone, they may wash themselves multiple times to make them believe that I have not got any germs onto me because I hugged him, I shook hands with him. But they are the best people who enact as though they are the most friendlier person. So if you want to become an entrepreneur, you will have to become the most friendlier person so that people can trust. Ratan Tata could build such a big empire and people loved to work for him because he was a most friendlier person. You could not find any other friendlier person. All great leaders, when you keep climbing the steps and start meeting those higher responsibility holders, you will always find they are more friendlier, and he's still more friendlier, and he's still more friendlier, and he's still more friendlier and down to the earth. That is the reason they have reached there. So when I know, why should I carry this ego? Let me drop it right now. Let me be the most friendlier person. Let me start with happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. I am the most friendlier person because I wish happiness to you. I wish happiness to myself. I wish happiness to the entire world. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The entire world is one family and we need good health for the entire world. Yoga is given. We need happiness to the entire world. Beautiful. That is what is our Shanti mantra is all about. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So entire world, let it live in peace, peace, peace. Happiness, happiness, happiness. So, win people to your way of thinking. Just like I wanted that 10 cars to be assembled in 1 week, which was not possible, or 20 cars, which was not possible. I threw the challenge onto you and you accepted it, and I won the people to my way of thinking by throwing the challenge onto you and you becoming a leader and taking your own decision. If I would have thrown, from tomorrow all of you will come at 6 o'clock. Few people would have told, sir, no, not possible, sir. But when one of your team members says, I think we can make an attempt to come at 6 o'clock, you volunteered and all of you told yes. Win people to your way of thinking by communication, making them the leader, making them take decision. And be a leader not only by words, by action also. When you say that, you should say, I will be there 24 hours for the next 1 week. I am getting everything from my home here and I will not leave this place. This is what happened in Chandrayaan 1 also, 2 also, 3 also. If you have seen their personal interview, that is how they became a leader, by being there from morning till the evening, and even at night. During the corona time, most of them did this. And so only they are called as a leader. Create an attitude of peace and happiness. For that reason only, happiness. Peace and happiness is something which has to be constant. How did it go? Appreciate every little achievement also. Because that will create a lot of energy and happiness in him, so that he will try and do much more bigger things. Instead you criticize, condemn and complain, it will bring his motivation down. So very important that you do all this. Become a friendlier person. Don't criticize, condemn or complain. This is one of the biggest hurdle that we have. We always criticize, condemn, complain when you find mistake. That is not the way it has to be handled. It could be with your kids, it could be with your spouse, it could be with your colleagues, it could be with your subordinates also. Don't criticize, condemn and complain. You will have to never do that. And in case you identify a problem, you need to say, you say it in a manner how Ratan Tata told him. It has to be told in a manner that it should not create a dent in him. You cannot poke him and say, I'm sorry, yaar. Yesterday I spoke to you rudely. You have already spoken, dent is already created. The dent cannot be removed. It is already there in my emotions, what you told yesterday. So it's better to not create the dent and then kakate sorry. So we say criticizing and condemning and complaining should not become your attitude if you want to become an entrepreneur. Pay attention when being introduced. When somebody introduces you, pay attention and fully give your time to them. Use their name, because the name to everybody is the most important sound for them. You cannot make anybody turn you back and watch unless your name is not called. Hey, somebody is calling Mallikarjuna, let me turn back. So pay attention when introducing. Repeat the name, because name is the most beautiful sound. The only way, when I say politicians are so friendlier, most of the leaders are so friendlier, Ratan Tata knew all the employees by name. That was his greatest skill set. And you will also know, few of your managers will remember everybody by name, and you will not be able to remember even your colleagues by name. So it is important, repeat the names immediately, memorize it, and then use it several times in your conversation so that you will never forget the name. When you meet your friend after 10 years also, you should be able to, hey Ravi, he comes, and you are not able to recollect what is his name, what is his name, what is his name. You will remember everything, you will not remember name. You cannot become an entrepreneur if you forget names. Because when you utter them by name, you become very close to the art. That means you become very friendly a person. Repeat it to yourself several times and create a mind picture. What do I say mind picture? If he is as tall as an Amitabh Bachchan, you interconnect. You take Amitabh Bachchan's face and you take his face, put into Amitabh Bachchan, and then you remember him. Amitabh Bachchan. Somewhere you can associate like that. That Lambo Amitabh Bachchan, his name is Ravi. Okay, that short man like Govinda, his name is Shekhar. Like that, you will have to associate and then remember and become genuinely interested in other person. An entrepreneur is the one who becomes genuinely interested. Kelbeku anta kelbedi. Last time he told that his mother is not keeping well. So it should not be just a routine to ask, hey, your mother was not keeping well. How is she doing now? No, you should be seriously interested. What really happened to your mother? I think you can go to this hospital. I know somebody. Can I give the name? Here is the name. After consulting them, you also consult them. You will get a better opinion about them, and whichever is the best you can choose. That way I should become genuinely interested in other person. An entrepreneur becomes genuinely interested in another person. And talk in terms of other person's interest, not from the company's interest, is important. But when I am addressing, I'll have to sit in his shoes and see whether he can come at 6 o'clock. Whether he can stay back till 9, whether he can come on Sunday. So talk in terms of other person's interest. And when you say a bigger project, I wanted this opportunity because all of us could have made a little bit more money, because incentives would be more if we could assemble 20 cars. That has to be told first. You speak about the timings, everything, and then if you talk about vitamin M, no, first talk about vitamin M. What is the benefit in their interest? Speak from their interest. Make the other person feel important and do it sincerely. It is not that just because I am throwing a challenge. No, I am sincerely throwing the challenges because I know you are family people. You will have to manage your time. I will definitely do it. I will also have a pain. I will do it. But I want you to voluntarily come up and say. So that is what we say, make the other person feel important and do it sincerely. And every person, if there is a security guard, he should not be ill-treated. If there is a second division clerk, he should not be. All the people who are working are same. That is what in many entrepreneurs they follow. When they get into a canteen, it is not that programmers will sit one thing, office people will sit something, some people no. Everywhere the same. Ratan Tata goes there and he asks, and he talks to his Narayan Murthy, gets into that canteen of Infosys and he has food with everyone. Like that, you should do it sincerely, make the other person feel important. Every opportunity is not missed. They go, they sit in a group, they talk to each other and make them feel you are also very important for this company. Bill Gates also does that. Steve Jobs also does that. You should also do that. But what should we to talk about? And next, the only way to get the best of an argument is avoid it. Wherever you are an entrepreneur, argument will never lead to any conclusion. It will only distance you from that person. It will never lead to any solutions. It will bring big difference of opinion. Never get into an argument. And never say any person you are wrong. That is directly cutting him short. It will not work. Allow other person to express himself. Because he is looking from his perspective. A coin which is seen by two people, both are right. He is seeing head, he is seeing tail. When you go and see from an higher perspective, you will say you are seeing the other side, you are seeing this side. The beautiful story of 9 blind men defining what an elephant looks like according to their feelings. One of them said an elephant is like a tail because he was just holding the tail. Was he wrong? No, he was right. An elephant is like a trunk, a tree trunk, because I can feel that trunk because he's only seeing that. So never say you are wrong. Show respect to the other person's opinion and make him believe. Bring the same person and show him the tail. Bring the same person, show him the trunk. Bring the same person, actually make him feel everything, and then say, can you assemble all this? Then the picture of an elephant will come. And sometimes a visionary is looking beyond. Your vision may not be visible. So he says, I'm not able to see that successor. So don't admit him wrong. You say, you do this, it will work because I can see it work. I'm a visionary. Everybody cannot become that visionary. A person who consistently starts thinking like that can become a visionary. Steve Jobs was a visionary. So Microsoft Bill Gates was a visionary. He knew that day would come when every house will use this product. And he used to say, and people used to think he's fooling around. And that is reality today. If Microsoft stops, everything stops. So that kind of a dependency has come. So if you are wrong, admit it quickly and empathetically. Sometimes you as a boss should not go wrong. There is no such underlined word. Cut a sorry. I'm sorry, my decision went wrong. I think we will follow your decision today because it went right. Admit it quickly, empathetically, quickly. A boss doesn't mean that he cannot go wrong. Make them believe I also sometimes go wrong. It's okay. So admit it quickly. Get them saying yes immediately. See, your conversation will have to start. See, all of us have one goal, that our family needs to be happy. Yes or no? Yes. All of us know that our kids are our future, and during our old age, when they are young and dynamic, when they are working on their career, we should be very supportive and we should be living in front of them with hale and healthy life, and that could be the greatest motivation for them. They would not expect anything else. Now all of you are at least having a drink a day and at least 5 smokes every day. Do you think it will take you anywhere close to good health when you are 50 and your daughter is at 18 or 19 or 20 or 21 or 23, when your grandson is in your hand and you are not comfortable holding him because you had become a drunkard, you had become a smoker, and there is cancer inside you, your lungs are pampered? Do you think that is going what you were expecting? Then you will say no. So that way, get them saying yes immediately by bringing this. This is called as SS theory. Some of them will say, I will book 10 orders now. Yes. So that way it is making them say yes theory. You can follow this technique whenever you want. Persuading them. I definitely don't want them. I want them to feel I am healthy. Yes. So if you want yourself to be healthy in their eyes, from today you should stop. You should say no to drinks. You should say no to smoke. Yes. I will say from today, no to drink, no to smoke. That is what we say. Make them say yes. Begin with a praised and honest appreciation. Always do this. You can see something good in everyone. If you are seeking for angels, angels you will see. If you are seeking for devils, devils you will see. There was this man, you send him to any village, he will find one bar and he will go there and he will complete and he will come. You send this person to any village, he will find one temple, he will go for morning worship, afternoon worship, evening worship, and he will come. You will get what you seek. A person who is drunk, he will look for a bar everywhere. A person who is spiritual, he will look for a God everywhere. And that person comes out of that village and says, this village is filled with so many temples. I really cherished being in every temple. The spiritual experience was amazing. And this person says, this village has so many bars. Even at midnight, anytime you go, the bars are open, and that is what I experienced. The same place is being expressed by two people in a different way, because you see what you seek. If you seek a praise, means a positiveness in somebody, he will automatically become positive. Genie will say, let me make more positive things come out of him. Why? My master is happy looking at his positive things. So, begin with a praised and honest appreciation, and every little achievement you will have to praise, because that praise is what humans seek. You and me also, we seek praise. When your friend comes and says, today your speech was amazing, yaar. Or after the class, few of you come and say, sir, you spoke and it was really a good one. It actually creates a energy which cannot be compared to anything else. So look for every praise and honest appreciation. You can't look at a fat man and say, I think you're not that fat. No, you will get one. Look for something else in him. The way you dress, it's really amazing. So that way, look for every little appreciation that is possible. Talk about your own mistake before criticizing the other person. What did Ratan Tata say? I also did the same mistake. One of the Gandhiji's writings says, I also did steal from my father's pocket. I also did smoke and my father did not know about it. I also did drink and my father did not know about it. But I gave up and I became Mahatma Gandhi. That is a message he has sent. But you will also have to first identify your own mistakes and say, any one mistake, use that. It will be motivating them. It will not allow him to lose his own eyes in front of you. Make them save their eyes. Make them save their image. Don't dent their image, because by denting their image, you are denting your relationship with him for your lifetime. Please never do that. Let the other person save his face. He has done a mistake. Allow him to get it corrected. As if you have never done mistakes in your life. Even thinking of something wrong in your mind, it would have happened. How many of us would have actually thought, when your spouse seriously fights with you, when your boss seriously fights with you, if I have a gun, I will do dishum, dishum, dishum. You would have thought. Even the thought process is wrong, but you will have to correct him. No, that is an evil thought, I will not do. Irrespective of, in spite of whoever my boss is, I have done a mistake, he has rights to correct me, let him correct me. By scolding or not scolding, that is his choice. You say this again and again and go, I know I have done a mistake, it's my boss authority to scold me. He's not scolding me, he's scolding that mistake. Let me not take that he's scolding me. When you have told this 10 times self-pepping, you get into the boss cabin, what will the boss say? When the boss scolds also, you will not feel bad, because you know the way you accept, he will feel the way you accepted my scoldings, I thought you will revolt back. Sir, I have done so many good things, why are you not talking about that? Or why are you only talking about this? Because he also expects that something good has to be spoken and then positive के बाद negative बोलो. So when you really want to have a complaint, that has to be done in a closed wall. There also, say 10 good things what he has done. You did that, you did this, amazing. I'm really surprised the way you have given us profit the last 5 years. But my only concern was, this month, your target is not reached. I think you can work on it. It works. So that is very important. Let the other person save the face. Give the other person a fine reputation to live up to. What did Ratan Tata say? I proved him wrong and I became an asset to that company. I lost few, but I gave them infinite. I am expecting the same out of you. He did not say that line. He simply told the story and he understood. Give the other person a fine reputation to live up to. Mistake होता है. कभी-कभी झूठ बोलते हैं. I know this should be your first and last life. Give him a reputation to live up to, so that he will remember and he will take you as an example. That day when my boss told this will be your last life, because I know you are always been truthful, and that day I decided I will never lie, come what may. So that way it will help you to live up to your fine reputation. Fill your mind with thought of peace, courage and health and happiness. That has to be done every day. We say that self-pepping has to happen. Never try to get even with enemies. It's not going to work. Don't go to a snake and say, please don't bite me, please don't bite me, please don't bite me. It is his nature to bite, he will bite. So never try to get even with your enemies, it's not going to work. Try to make them friend, it may work. But sometimes when you know a snake is having a nature of biting, you cannot go up to him and say, be something else, it doesn't work. And carnivorous animal, they need to eat flesh. You cannot go there and you start a big lion, you become vegetarian today, and you go with some vegetarian, he is going to eat you who is non-vegetarian there. So it's not going to work. So don't get even. Rest before you get tired. It's always important. In over enthusiasm, when you're very tired, when your energy is too low, don't take decisions. It's not going to work. You need to rest. Count your blessings, not your troubles. Most of the time what happens when you get into stress, it is only because you have counted only your troubles. You have never counted your blessings. 2 eyes are given, beautiful wife is given, kids are there, a good position is there, salary is coming. So there will be a lot of blessings which you can always work on it, and then you can give up on your troubles. Create happiness for others. For that reason only I told you, use this happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. So these were a few things which I wanted to share. So tomorrow we'll again meet at 9. Thank you very much. I want at least 2-3 of you to give a small 2-line feedback. Otherwise your class ends now. If you have any questions, I'll be ready to take. A big round of applause for all of you. Yes. 1 or 2 will have to stand and then say something. How was the class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, it was a good class.
Thank you, sir.
Theoretically, we learn too many things, the complications that you tell, the detailed extract of what is there. We will expect you from some more interactive session from your side, sir, in some next
tomorrow.
lecture. Yes, sir, from tomorrow, so we will have it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, anybody else?
So do you have any challenge? You look more like a motivational speaker.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Anybody else?
Very attractive, sir. Super attractive.
Thank you, sir. The class was very, very attractive. Nice. Okay. So
New thing, sir, got a new thing that sharing is happiness. Happy
yes,
morning is
yes,
from good morning.
yes. So this is what from now onwards I have decided. Come what may, it will never be good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It will always going to be happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening, happy night. The moment you leave, all of you will have to wish each other. At least we wish each other happy morning, happy afternoon, happy lunch. Happy afternoon and happy lunch, yeah. Happy afternoon, happy lunch. Happy afternoon and happy lunch. And the person who serves the lunch also, you should go and you should wish him happy morning, and the moment you will get shocked, what did you say? His reaction will be happiness first, and later on